Oh boy, I'm just on a roll with making horrible mistakes for videos. But hey, I bet you all enjoyed them anyways. So for today's review, it's Ghosts and Goblins. I bet we are all familiar with the name. Just play the fucking intro already. Enjoy the show. Jesus Christ, what am I getting myself into? Ghosts and Goblins is infamous, and I mean infamous, for being one of the hardest games on the NES, as well as being one of the hardest games of all time. When I first touched this game on the NES Switch Online service, I didn't even get nowhere close to beating this thing. But I conquered other hard games, like the American release of Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse and Cuphead. Maybe those games were helping me train to when I eventually beat this? Well, only one way to find out. Ghosts and Goblins is a 2D action platformer developed by the good people at Capcom. It was originally an arcade game released in 1985, after which it received numerous ports. The most infamous of them all is this version, originally released for the NES in November of 1986. The plot of the game is simple. We take control of Sir Arthur and we have to rescue Princess Prin, who has been kidnapped by Astaroth, the king of the demon world. So after getting our armor on, we start the game. Okay, I know I say visuals for later, but I just need to get this out of the way. Even though I don't give a rat's ass about how well a game looks, this game looks downright hideous. Yes, even by NES standards. Look at something like Castlevania, which was released in Japan around the same year. That looks magnificent compared to this pile of toddler vomit. The control of the game is honestly one of the worst I ever felt. Much like Simon and Trevor Belmont, you cannot control Arthur's jump in mid-air. So on top of the god-awful look of the game, combined with the random as hell enemy spawning locations, some of which are infamous in this game like the Red Devils, this game will test you to your very core. Seriously, thank God Capcom is rebooting this series. Hopefully with Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection scheduled for release in February of this year, maybe Resurrection is like a remake of this and fixes all the issues that I just complained about. Fingers are crossed. So what happens afterwards? Well, here's the thing. One of two things could happen. You see, if you're unfamiliar with this game, in level 6, if you don't beat the two Satans with the shield weapon, you have to go back to level 5. Why the level before it? Why not start us at the beginning of level 6? And you know what is even worse than that? Your first playthrough means jack shit. Meaning you have to play through all 6 levels of torture again, fight the two Satans again, and fight Astaroth again, just to have a chance of actually getting the good ending. You know, a friend of mine, Shay Midnight, said that Castlevania is supposedly quote-unquote rigged, and to him it was the reason why the video game crash of 1983 happened. Well, how's about you play this before you start bitching about Castlevania being rigged again? You know who you are. Overall, fuck this game. Don't play it. It's honestly way too hard even for someone who played the Dark Souls 3 and beaten Cuphead and the American version of Castlevania 3. Wait for Resurrection to come out. With all that in mind, I'm giving Ghosts and Goblins my score of a 2 out of 10. Like I said, the game is that difficult. In fact, it was so hard, I couldn't beat it for this review. But now, I want to know from you all. Did you play Ghosts and Goblins, and could you possibly recommend this to a friend? Leave your answers in the comments below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to subscribe if you're new and turn on the bell to be notified when I make a new video. My social media links are down below as always. I've been Horror Kid. I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.